Well, back in August, a disabled Knoxville man made a plea that crosswalk controls for people in wheelchairs needs to be a little bit more easily accessible.
Yeah, you know, the city, well, they listened, and today newer pedestals are now being installed at area intersections. WAT 600 Side consumer reporter Don Dare went back to Westtown Mall to see how these lower pedestals for these signals are making a difference.
Yeah, no longer will wheelchairs get stuck in the
Right.
mud, or will people have to reach so far, and you'll see that in a moment. At many intersections throughout Knoxville, there are crosswalk controls where you have to push a button allowing you to cross the road. In August, outside of Westtown Mall, Jordan Segura showed us how he sometimes can't reach the control button from his wheelchair. He lives near the mall. We contacted Knoxville's Signal Maintenance Department. Jordan's plea was heard, and we returned with him the other day. The pedestal here at Westtown South has been lowered. Let's see what it's like for you to go up there and hit it.
All right.
The reach is now at its level. The crosswalk signal control was once stuck behind these branches and out of Jordan Segura's reach. Within the last 7 weeks, new pedestals have been installed at Westtown Mall entrances and the signal buttons lowered for people like Jordan and others.
I don't even have to stretch up high. I can just reach and push and it's there and it's done. Literally as simple as pushing a button, which is what it should be, simple.
In August, Jordan showed us what a struggle it was for him just to reach the crosswalk button at Morrell Road in Westtown. Across the road is the center at Dean Hill where Jordan shops. 2 months ago, that crosswalk button was surrounded by soft dirt. Watch now as he first hits the nicely manicured grass and powers his way up a slight incline, but then hits dirt.
And that's usually where I get stuck.
We at the city try to make our citizens as happy, but more than anything else, as safe as possible.
Ernie Pierce is the signal maintenance supervisor for the City of Knoxville. We contacted him in August and explained the tough time Jordan was having in accessing the control buttons.
In some cases, in the past, there wasn't any really consideration for the pedestrian who was out there. The push button has to be up close enough to the sidewalk where somebody in a wheelchair or even a person who actually has limited visibility can actually touch the button without having to venture off the sidewalk.
The city has installed lower crosswalk pedestals at the busy Knowlton Road and Kingston Pike intersection, and they're at Morrell Road and Gleason Road near Westtown Mall. These pedestals are at 3 different locations right here on this road.
Yes, which has been a huge improvement and big benefit to so many and myself.
Jordan, a quadriplegic from cerebral palsy, lives near Westtown Mall and enjoys his independence. He's pleased that his voice was heard.
I was just very grateful and thankful for the city and the changes they've made and how they kind of kept to their timeline.
Now, the city's signal maintenance supervisor, Ernie Pierce, told us in the future when sidewalk improvement plans are scheduled and crosswalk controls are needed, those 42-inch high pedestals will be installed. And Mr. Pierce said no longer will the controls be set up high in a pole, often out of reach for those who need to access it. And Kristen and Bo, we thank Jordan so much for bringing this to not only to our attention, but to everyone's attention, and especially Mr. Pierce for getting it done.